Black Hawk helicopter crew includes 2 pilots. To fly it, the pilots must use both hands and feet. The helicopter's superior maneuverability comes with complexity. The key to understanding how to fly a Black Hawk or any helicopter starts at the hub. To control the lift or thrust of the helicopter, the pilot uses the collective, resulting in greater lift. Once in the air, the pilot pushes the cyclic forward to start the helicopter in a forward direction.
I will just slow down here in the orbit, just let you catch up to us. How about that?
As the pilot flies the aircraft, he uses the tail rotor to keep the nose of the helicopter pointing forward.
Coverage.
The UH-60M Black Hawk helicopter